What's up, people? Mike here, and this is Uncharted 4 Crushing Difficulty Walkthrough. This is Chapter 22, A Thief's End, and we're at the end of the game. So, there is a trophy for this fight with Rafe, where you block all of his attacks without taking any damage. And because I didn't feel like having to redo this fight again later on, I decided to put the enormous strain on myself to get that trophy in this fight. Mostly because, unlike with Hard, with Crushing, he's pretty much a one-hit kill on you during this fight. But there are random times where you can actually get hit by him and you don't die. You're just at like super low health. So any point where I had one of those moments where I didn't die from his hit, I still restarted the checkpoint because I wanted to get this fucking trophy for blocking all of his attacks. So triangle blocks his right attacks, circle is his left attacks. This first part, you're just dodging him. Really easy to do this part. It's really not challenging to dodge him. The actual sword fight can be a bit annoying on some of the blocks because sometimes attacks that are blocking his right attack won't always block him. The same thing with circle blocking his left doesn't always work. Especially the one attack where he kind of does like a spin on you. Sometimes circle will block it and then randomly triangle would block it. It was never fully consistent on some of the attacks. Oh, triangle blocks his left, right? Yeah, that makes sense. But anytime you block him and you stun him, only do 2 square attacks, because usually the third one he'll block and he'll kind of like hit you back. But if you just like attack him twice and then back up, you don't run the risk of him getting a cheap shot on you when you're like kind of like knocked back by him. There are moments also where you can kind of be bold and just like try and do like square attacks on him and not wait for him to attack you. They don't always work. Sometimes they do, sometimes he'll just instantly block you. But the weird thing is that every time you restart a checkpoint during the fight, it automatically will put you like right across from each other like you were. So it made editing this fight somewhat easier. And when you get that moment of kind of like slicing his chest, you're pretty close to the end of the fight. Yeah, that little spin attack of his. Sometimes triangle will block it and randomly like circle would block it. It was never consistent for me, so editing this fight, I had at least like an hour and 20 minutes of like footage I had to cut out of this because of how many times I died. Or I restarted because, I took a shot and didn't die. And like I said, I wanted the fucking trophy for beating this fight without missing a block on him. But pretty much once you hit this point, you're in the clear. You have one last blocking of his shots, and it's pretty consistent. I think they actually throw the prompts on screen to help you out for the first two, if I remember right. But yeah, once this fight is done, you'll get your trophy or trophies at the end, and more than likely my next guy is going to be the next Uncharted game with Chloe, and yeah, so until next time, fuck you, Rafe, and peace.
All of it.
You want the treasure, Rafe? It's all yours.